Now, so by now you might got a general idea about the FE exam. Anyhow, I'd like to give um, baseline description about the exam too. So, and first and foremost thing, you are using 10.5 handbook. Am I correct? It's not 10.4. You are using 10.5.
Yes,
Yes.
10.5.
Yeah, 10.5 because the previous one is 10.4, which is good till June 30, and from July 1st, it is going to be 10.5. So just go with 10.5. And for the subject of math and stat, you're gonna have, or you're gonna see 8 to 12 questions within the exam paper. Have you guys, any one of you, did you happen to see this thing within the handbook which is available to you on the screen? So it is in the first few pages of the handbook. It says that,
Okay.
so it emphasizes that the FE exam that you're gonna take, to the maximum percentage, all the information that is needed for the FE exam will be available for you or is available for you in the handbook. But it is not sure that 100% of the questions that you get for the exam may not be available for you from the handbook. So some of the information or some of the questions you got to deal them by yourself. And math is one subject where you got to deal some of the questions by yourself, and the formulas are nowhere available to you within the handbook. So, and also there are few other subjects where you won't be getting information from the handbook, but you will be able to solve. Similarly, one other thing I would like to inject into your minds is that, so from our sessions or from our classes, you can expect 80% of the questions that we discuss or the pattern of questions that we discuss here, you're gonna see in the exam. And rest of
You're
the
talking about all
20%
the
of the
subjects, or
questions
is it
are,
specific to maths?
no, 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 no. Maximum to all the subjects, because we will be covering all the concepts. So somehow you will be seeing some new questions within the exam in a different pattern that we don't discuss. Why? Because for every for every exam or for every candidate, they may not repeat the pattern of questions. So definitely you will encounter the question pattern in a new way. So do not get surprised. Previously, it was in such a way that the question pattern was similar, but these days, what I'm observing is the pattern keeps on getting changed. Somehow, you will be able to solve those questions. What I recommend you is get thorough with the concept as well, especially with respect to the handbook. Any questions here?
No.
Let me write. Okay, let me. So now, coming to the syllabus of the math, these are the four topics. These are the four topics that we're gonna discuss. So forget about statistics for now. Statistics we'll discuss at the end. So these three are the major topics included in math part, which is analytic geometry, single variable calculus, and vector operations. So when we say about geometry, so we're going to discuss about straight lines. So does about all the geometrical figures like conical sections. These conical sections, they're going to involve ellipse, hyperbola, parabola, and circle. And also we're going to see some other parts or some other problems that are related to the analytic geometry, and followed by single variable calculus. When I say single variable calculus, so calculus in general, it refers to the parts of differentiation and integration. And also here it emphasizes single variable calculus. So it means that in question you may not see both the variables x and y, or a question related to both the variables x and y. You may either see in terms of x or in terms of y. But of course, the function can be in terms of y equal to f of x. So when we jump to the problems, you will be able to understand what I'm referring here to the single variable calculus. And the third thing is vector operations. So vector operations, it's a little complex concept, but if you understand the uses of calc, then you need not to worry about the concept. All you need to understand is how to give input to calc, and eventually you will get the answer. Okay. And also the part, coming to the part of analytic geometry, we'll be dealing with trigonometry as well. Trigonometry and some logarithms as well. Okay. So this is how it is. Now you got to refer the handbook 10.5. There is no major difference in between 10.4 and 10.5 as far as I see. So just few pages that is changed. And the page number for math part is 35 to 84. Though the count of the page is close to 50, you won't be using all the 50 pages for math, but barely we're going to use 10 to 12 pages out of all the 50 pages. So if you ask me, then what about the rest 38 to 40 pages? So it's going to be for other departments. So how? Because for us, for us civil engineers, it is going to be 8 to 12 questions within the exam. But for mechanical candidates, it is a total of 20 questions. So 12 questions from math and 8 questions from stat. This is for mechanical. And similarly for other branches, they got good number of math and statistics questions when compared to that of civil. So if there is some extra pages within the handbook which is not related to us, you can ignore them. Just be limited yourself to the content that is provided to you within the syllabus. Okay. Now,
What are
the
the
first,
topics for civil?
so these are the four topics that I listed here: analytic geometry, single variable calculus, vector operations, and statistics.
And there will be only from 8 to 10, 12 questions for the civil.
Yeah, coming to the part of math and stat.
Okay, thank you.
And once again, in the last pages of handbook, you can see the syllabus content as well. You know that thing, right? I'm gonna show it
Yes.
to you. Okay. For the guys who know it, the thing related to the syllabus, that's fine. If not, I'm gonna show you here. So this is the last page of handbook where you can see syllabus content, and the syllabus content is provided within the handbook for all the departments. So here you can see other disciplines, right? Similarly, we got to search for our discipline, which is civil. So civil is the first discipline that is available here within the handbook. Let's have a look on the syllabus content here so that you'll get some sort of clarity about what I'm speaking. Yeah, there you go. This is for civil. So this is the syllabus that we are discussing. Okay, where you can see number of questions on the right and syllabus on the left. This is how you're gonna find, or this is where you're gonna find the syllabus. Okay, just to let you know that this is available to you in the last pages of handbook. Well, jumping back to the presentation. Okay, so the first concept that we're gonna discuss here is analytic geometry. And in my session, do not hesitate to keep your mic on. Try to unmute yourself. If you feel like there is no background noise with you, please unmute yourself so that we can have an effective communication and the class will be much interesting for you. The greater you involve, much the greater you will learn. So I believe by now you got the calcs for you. So you can use any calc that is available for you, which is approved by NCES. Unfortunately, if you have any other calculator which is not approved by NCES, then they won't allow you to take that calculator with you. And one other interesting thing is you can grab multiple calculators with you as long as those multiple calculators are approved by NCES. They won't object you if you take two to three calculators also. But all those calculators that you carry to exam should be approved by NCES. And by having calci in your hand, it's gonna benefit you a lot. It's gonna get you done easily with algebra, some trigonometry. So does finding the roots from for some of the equations, some integrals, differentiation, vectors. So having calci in your hand gonna benefit you or save you too much of time, especially for the subject of math. Trust me, you're gonna see how good it is for you. So the first concept that we're gonna discuss from this subject is analytic geometry. I'll make you run through handbook. So I'll show you handbook here. So the page number, as I described, it starts from 35, okay, which is mathematics. What we got to understand is, though it starts with mathematics and the concept which is discrete mathematics and matrix of relation, this is nowhere mentioned within our syllabus and not linked to our content as well. So we are not discussing this thing. This is no good for us. We are starting here from straight line, which is our concept, which is part and part of the analytic geometry. So the first important thing in the math is straight line. So you know the general form of a straight line, right? which is given here and which you can see here as ax plus by plus c equal to 0. And right from our childhood, we understand that the equation of a line or a straight line is represented by y equal to mx plus c. Okay. And some of you candidates are from the background of diploma. Do not worry that math is a tough subject for you. Few of our friends who are from the background of diploma, they got cleared the FE exam. So do not panic or do not see the math subject as a toughest subject. Will make things easier for you. Excuse me. So this is the generic form of the equation that we learn right from our childhood, which is y equal to mx plus c. The same equation is represented here as y equal to mx plus b. And any one of you, can you please let me know what does m stands here in the equation? Y
Slope.
equal to mx plus b. Yeah, m equal to slope. And how you define slope?
Y2 minus Y1 by X2 minus X1.
Yes, sir. So slope is defined as change in y coordinates to change in x coordinates. Be it any subject that you deal with, or be it any subject that you prepare, be it any subject that you take and sit for exam, not only for exam, for any purpose, slope means change in y coordinates to change in x coordinates. So, for example, there is a line, any straight line, okay? So, let us suppose this is the straight line and this is the coordinate axis, okay? I'm just giving you an example. This is x-axis and this is y-axis. A line is going in this direction. So what we say is this as slope. So slope in generally refers to for how much change in y direction, what is the change in x direction. That is represented as slope. So any subject that you go with, this is the concept of slope. And the same thing you're gonna see here. You can look here. The slope is given by m equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. It means the change in y coordinates to change in x coordinates. Okay. And what you understand by B? B is nowhere written here within the handbook. Usually they will represent the terminology within the formula included, but for this particular thing they did not mention. What you understand by B here?
Constant. Constant.
Yeah, it's a constant though, but what kind of constant that you think it is?
Where the line meets the x-axis.
You are right, but partially right.
The
So you
numerical.
said line means,
The
yeah, you said line
y-axis.
means, yeah, you're right. The line meets y-axis. So any line that is given to you in a coordinate plane, definitely it has to cross y-axis. Any line. So at what point that line crosses y-axis is that B.
Even though x also cross the line, right?
Yeah, the line crosses x, but in this specific formula, B stands for y-intercept. You got what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So the line definitely crosses x-axis and y-axis, but B stands for the intercept of y. It's a y-intercept, but not x-intercept. So I'm just giving you some brief description about this because the terminology of B is nowhere mentioned within the handbook. So I'm just giving you a heads up about this. Nothing much. And also the angle in between two lines. We're gonna see each and everything that is mentioned here. The distance between 2 points. This is the formula to calculate the distance between 2 points. So I'm taking you back to the presentation with the same slide. Okay. Now let's take the things one by one. So here you can see the general form of the equation is given as ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Okay. Let us discuss each and every concept in exam point of view so that it will be easy for you to solve the questions within the exam as well. From this concept of straight line, you can see a question of one maximum, not more than that. Okay, but the concept of straight line gonna benefit you in other concepts, in other exam, in other subjects as well. So this is the general form of the equation, and this is the standard form of equation. In exam, they will give you the they will give you a question in general form, and they may ask you to find out the values of m and b. Again, what does m stands for?
Slope.
Slope of y.
Yes. And b stands for
Constant.
constant. You're gonna call that constant by the
Y
name
intercept.
y-intercept. You're right, y-intercept. Okay. So now, can we convert this ax plus by plus c equal to 0 in the format of y equal to mx plus b?
Yes.
So if we are converting it in the form of y equal to mx plus b, then we can rewrite this equation as,
Y is equal to B plus
yeah,
intercept.
yeah. So it's going to be like this. Correct? Is this correct?
Yeah.
So what we did is we rewrite this ax plus by plus c equal to 0 in terms of y equal to mx plus b, which is y equal to minus a by bx minus c by b. So in this particular form of equation, what is the value of m?
Minus ax by b. Minus a by b.
Minus a by b. You are correct. And what is the value of b?
Minus C by B.
Small b minus c by b. Now you got it. So you, any one of you can give me a equation in the format of ax plus by plus c equal to 0 with some constants.
3x plus 6y plus 8.
3x plus 6y, and what's the constant you said?
Plus 8
Plus 8
is equals to
equal
0.
to 0. So now this is how the question will be. They will give you the equation in such a format, and they'll ask you to find out m and b values. So now can you find m and b values for this particular thing?
M is equal to 3.
M is equal to,
3.
come again, 3 by,
Minus 1 by 2.
okay, so it's going to be minus 3 by
3 by
6,
6.
b equal to minus 8 by 6. Correct?
Sir, how are we
So
plugging it in?
yeah, that's a good ask. Now you see what you got m and b here, minus a by b and minus c by b, correct? From the equation. You are getting me?
No,
So
sir, I'm
from the
confused.
general form of the equation, which is ax plus by plus c equal to 0, you got y equal to minus ax by b minus c by b, where m equal to minus a by b, correct? Which is this thing. And similarly for b, you got it as minus c by b. And within the given question, which is 3x plus 6y plus 8 equal to 0, they are asking you to calculate slope and y-intercept value. Already you understand that m equal to minus a by b, which is m equal to minus 3 by 6 and b equal to minus 8 by 6. So that's going to be m equal to minus 1 by 2, comma b equal to minus 4 by 3. Are we good on this?
Yes, sir, I
Nobody?
understood the calculation. I was just confused about this part. How did we plug it into y is equals to mx plus b formula? I mean, I'm just trying to understand y is equals to minus ax by b. How did we get that? How did we relate it?
Oh, okay. Let me take to your blank screen. Is this? Just give me a second, please. So here is your ask. Now open the handbook to yourself. What is the general form of the equation?
Ax plus by plus
A,
c is equals to 0.
you're right. And what is the standard form of the equation?
Y is equals
Y
to mx
is
plus
equal
b.
to m.
Y equal to mx plus b. Now, what's your question? Your question is that how you converted the general form of the equation into standard form of the equation. Are you correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now what we're gonna do is we are trying to rewrite the general form of the equation in the format of standard. So this is the equation which is ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Now what we are doing is we are retaining by on the left hand side and taking the rest of the terms to right hand side. By equal to minus ax minus c. Now y is equal to minus a by bx minus c by b. Is this
I get it
clear?
now, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. And yeah, and it might be a doubt for others as well. So hope this is clear for everyone now. So let's deal with one other problem. Okay, this is one other example. I got it for you. 2x minus 3y plus 6 equal to 0. So in this particular equation, what they're asking is, a straight line is represented in the general form as 2x minus 3y plus 6 equal to 0. What are the slope and y-intercept of the line as in y equal to mx plus b? So now what is your m value here?
2
Mm-hmm.
3 by 2.
Two.
minus 3 by 2.
2 by 3.
Okay.
2 by
2
3
by
and
3.
2 by 3.
Uh-huh. And b
B.
value?
Option A.
B is 2.
B equal
Option
to
A.
2.
B is 2.
Okay.
Option A is the
So
answer.
okay.
Minus
So
2 by 3 and minus 2.
So, yeah, there is a chance that we may encounter the answer as minus 2 by 3 as well. Let's see how it is. So, if you are getting any doubt or any confusion how to get the m value, so do not try to remember that m equal to minus a by b and b is equal to minus c by b. If you remember this thing, then that's totally fine. If you do not remember this value, then 100% fine. Forget about this particular conversion of m and b. So all you need to consider is try to change that given equation, the general form of given equation into the standard form. So what is the standard form? Y equal to mx plus b. Now what we got to do is we got to convert this general form into standard form. So if you convert this, it's going to be 2x plus 6 is equal to 3y. I took this negative 3y to right hand side, which is positive 3y. Now it is 2 by 3x plus 6 by 3 is equal to y. If you see, this is in the format of y equal to mx plus b. Okay. What is the value of y? Y is 2 by 3 again, and b is 6 by 3, which is 2. Okay. So your answer is option A. And you may see this kind of questions simple within the exam or may not. Or else you may apply this concept in any other problems. Okay, for some of you this problem is quite simple. Who is having good amount of math background, this problem is very easy for you. But for some of you candidates, this problem might be little complex. So you may see this level of difficulty questions or this level of easy questions within the exam. Or else you may see these questions as part and part of the questions as well. Now moving back and trying to discuss about the other concepts as well. So okay, and one other important thing that is available to you within that page is distance between 2 points. So you know the formula distance between 2 points, right? What is it?
The root of x2 minus x1 whole power 2 whole square
Mm-hmm.
1 to minus 1.
Okay.
plus x2 minus x1
Okay.
whole square, sir.
Yes. So you can write it in any way. So in the handbook, if you see, the formula is given to you in such a way that y2 minus y1 whole square plus x2 minus x1 whole square. Am I correct? So, for example, again, this is the coordinate axis for you. Okay. This is the line. This is the line. This is the line with the point x1, y1 here and x2, y2 here. So assume that this line has a hypotenuse. So if you assume that line has a hypotenuse, this is base and this is height. Okay. So, okay, I'll give you in this way. This will be very easy for you to understand what I mean to say. Rather than that second quadrant, this first quadrant will give you a clear picture what I mean to say. So assume that this one has x1, y1 and this one has x2, y2. So this is y and this is x thing. This x thing is written as x2 minus x1. And similarly, this y thing is written as y1 minus y2. You are getting me here what I mean to say?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So for example, if your coordinate here is x1, y1 is 1, comma 5 and your x2, y2 is 5, comma 1. So your rise in x coordinates, it is 5 minus 1. And your rise in y coordinates is 1 minus 5. Okay. So, in a right angle triangle, square on the hypotenuse is sum of squares on the other two sides. You know this thing. C square is equal to A square plus B square. Square on the hypotenuse side is equal to sum of the squares on the other two sides, which is C equal to square root of A square plus B square. Where A is difference in x coordinates and B is difference in y coordinates. And that is how this formula is obtained. But you need not to remember how this formula is obtained. All you need to understand that the distance between any 2 points that is given to you in a coordinate plane is, this is the formula. So it is difference of coordinates and square of it, sum to it. Okay. I think this is not going in a good way. But
Why is
for
it not y2 minus y1? Why is it
yeah,
y1
it can
minus
be
y2?
it can be anything, but here the thing what we made is we made a mistake here. We are supposed to take this one as x2 and y2, this one as x1 and y1. Either way, that is okay. But what I mean to say is that you are squaring here, right? y2 minus y1 whole square, y1 minus y2 whole square. Is there any difference in between these two?
No.
It's squaring, so by the end it will be same.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Well, exactly.
Minus 4 or plus 4.
Yeah, it doesn't make any difference to you. And why I wrote as y1 minus y2 is because so the y1 coordinate is bigger here than y2 coordinate, because y2 is very much near to the x-axis where you are getting the y2 coordinate as 1, whereas y1 coordinate as 5. Okay. In this particular example, our y1 is greater than y2. That's the reason I gave you as y1 minus y2. Whereas similarly, coming to x1 and x2, our x1 is less than x2. x1 equal to 5 and x1 equal to 1 and x2 equal to 5 in this particular case that we discussed, where x2 is greater than x1. And that's the reason I gave you x2 minus x1, just for understanding purpose. There is no specific thing. You can write either way. Are we good?
Yeah, Manija. Thank you.
Okay. So that's the only thing, and this is how you will find the distance between 2 points. This is the root point to understand that how to obtain the distance between 2 points. It is obtained by the formula of hypotenuse theorem. Regardless, if you know that the distance between 2 points is given by this particular formula, then it is of no big deal for you. And from the same thing, from the same line concept, so you understand that slope is change in y coordinates to change in x coordinates, right? So from this we got two different formula. So if in question they give you two coordinates, a and b, two coordinates, which has x1, y1 and x2, y2. And they may ask you saying that they give you 2 points, which is A and B, x1, y1 and x2, y2. They may ask you to find what is the equation of a line which is passing through A and B. Then you're gonna use this particular formula, m equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. You will get m value. And you will be able to find the equation of the line in a format of ax plus by plus c equal to 0. We will see these variations as well. And in case, if they give you just one slope value, which is m, and another point, any point and one slope, then we will use point slope formula. Y into y minus y1 equal to m into x minus x1. These two formulas are available to you within the handbook. So in case if they give you 2 points, any 2 points, like A and B as 2 points, x1, y1 and x2, y2 as the coordinates. So if they give you 2 points as 2 different coordinates, and if you got to calculate or you got to understand the general form of the equation, then this is the formula. M equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Similarly, the point slope formula, y minus y1 equal to m into x minus x1. Though they seem confusing here, when we get into the problems, it will be easier for you. So now, let us jump to the problems here. The question it says is, a civil engineer is tasked with determining the length of a diagonal cable connecting 2 points on a construction site. The coordinates of a 2 points are A, 3, minus 5 and B, 8, 7. Find the distance between 2 points. What is the distance between 2 points formula?
D equal to root
Root.
of
D equal to?
Root x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square.
Okay, so in that case, what will be the answer here?
13
12 units.
units.
Okay, so it's going to be 3 minus 8 whole square plus you're writing this as x1, y1 and this one as
13.
Yeah, 13, I think so. So your x2 is 8. Your x2 is 8 and your x1 is 3 whole square plus your y2 is 7 minus your y1 is minus 5. So it's going to be minus of minus 5, which is plus 5.
the answer is
So
D.
it is, yeah, 13. Let's see. So it's 5 square plus 12 square. So it's going to be sum of 25 plus 144 under root, which is under root of 169 is equal to 13. Yeah, that's right. So I would like to let you know one other thing here. You might be aware of the concept of triangular triplets. So triangular triplets, it means that 3, 4, 5, 5, 12, 13. So here I mean to say that 3 square plus 4 square is equal to 5 square. Similarly, 5 square plus 12 square is equal to 13 square. Do you know any other triangular triplet? Any other? 6, 8, 10 is also one other triplet. Any other that you know? Okay. So it's not a big deal, but you just remember these two. These two may be much beneficial for you within the exam. There are few other triangular triplets, but I don't want to give you too much of the information that is not required for the exam. But remember these two things. These are good enough for you or much beneficial for you during the exam. So these two are two different triangular triplets. If 3 and 4, whenever you see 3 and 4 under the square root with the square, then your answer will be 5. Similarly, 5 square plus 12 square is equal to 13 square. Okay. And the question will be in such a way in exam, maybe of this standard. If not, what they may ask you is, they may ask you to find out the length of two different particular cables. So now what they gave is the A coordinate as 3 comma minus 5 and B coordinate as 8 comma 7. Similarly, they will give you another cable with the endpoints as C1 comma 2 and D as 9 comma 10. So, and they will ask you what is the shortest cable. So what you're gonna do is you will find out the distance in between A and B, you will find out the distance in between C and D. So you will say either AB or CD is the shortest cable. The question can be in any format, but as long as you understand the concept, you will be able to solve it. Hope this problem is clear for everyone. Stop me if you still need
Yes.
some clarity on this. And moving to the next thing. Okay.
Manidhar, before you move to the next one, I had a doubt between the previous in the previous question. The example you gave for the where we had to find m and y intercept, I'm getting a different answer.
What is
So
that?
m value was right, minus uh, 2 by 3, but b I'm getting as minus 2.
You're getting m as minus 2 by 3?
B minus 2.
He changed the sign for 6 as compared to the previous steps you shown. Might be.
When you send 3 on the other side, you should send -3 below. So minus minus
Oh,
gets
yeah.
cancelled.
Yeah, you're right. You are right. So you're absolutely right. Here, what's your B value?
It's minus 6 by 3.
Yeah. B value, it's going to be minus 6 by
3.
no.
Y-
What you
minus
I was
three.
having the same doubt, but we are not moving the A and C to the left. We just moving Y value to the right.
Even if we
Okay.
move -3 to the other side, it should be -3 going below in the division. So that's how the minus gets cancelled. I mean, I did the same mistake, then I realized later.
is
So
that
that's
what? Now is that clear or should we discuss on this once again? Okay. So let's make it clear for everyone. Now the doubt is, so as per the standard form and general form, ax plus by plus c equal to 0, our m value is going to be minus a by b and b value is going to be minus c by b. So for b, it's going to be the c value is 6, which is minus 6, and b value is minus 3. It's not 3, it's minus 3. So if you do this way, it's going to be minus 6 by minus 3, which is equal to 2. And that's the reason I'm not saying that, I'm not emphasizing that you need not to go with m equal to minus a by b and b equal to minus c by b, but try to do the given equation, the general form of the given equation into the standard form, which is y equal to mx plus b. Here what we did is the general form of the equation, we converted it into the general form. So we just took minus 3y to the right hand side, which is giving you in the shape, in the format of y equal to mx plus b. You are equating the coefficient of x to m, which is m equal to 2 by 3 in positive terms, whereas b equal to 2. And that's the reason some of you got m as negative 2 by 3, which is not correct. Is it
Okay.
clear now?
Yeah, Manisha. Thank you. I got it now. Thank you.
All right, sir. So moving to the next thing, where are we? Yeah, these kind of questions you may see in the exam, like, given that the diameter endpoints of a circular site are a3 comma minus 5 and b8 comma 7, find the area of site in square units to the nearest value. Some of you might understood the question, you can solve it. So this is a circular site. Assume that this is a circular site, and the endpoints of a circular site, the diameter endpoints of a circular site are A and B as 3 comma minus 5 and 8 comma 7. So they give you these coordinates as endpoints of a diameter. Find the area of a site in square units. So what you got to do, what we need to find out is the area of the entire side. How we gonna do it?
Um, finding the diameter and then from circle area formula using that.
Okay. Okay. So what is the value of diameter here?
Using the line formula will
Should we use
This
the
is the
distance
formula, right?
formula?
Yeah,
Then
we
find
got to
diameter
use the
and
distance
multiply area
formula.
from
Yes. So if you use this formula, distance formula, then you will get the distance. What is the distance? What is the distance in between these 2 points, A and B?
B.
13.
13, right? So the answer is B, 13 pi. Okay.
3 pi.
You say what?
43 pi.
Answer A.
43 pi. Okay. Let's log 43 pi. Now let's see what it is. So you got the distance
169.
as 13, right?
Yeah.
69 pi?
now 169 by 4. So let me simplify it. But 42
Okay.
pi, 43 pi.
Yeah, okay. Let's see if it is the right thing. So d equal to 13. If some of you do not get how the d value is obtained, it's from the previous problem itself. The same coordinates we are using in the current problem as well. A as 3 minus 5 and B as 8 comma 7. Okay. So the same points we are using them here. The distance in between these 2 points as 13. You got the diameter as 13 units. Okay. And what is the area of a circle in terms of diameter?
Pi r square.
Yeah, it's pi r square. Since we got diameter, we are
Pi by
taking
4.
it in terms of diameter. Yes, you're right. Pi by 4 d square, which is pi by 4 d square is 13 square, which is 169 by 4 pi. So as someone said, you might got 42.5 pi, and they ask you to go with the nearest value, which is 43 times 4.
43 pi.
Yeah. And maximum of the questions within the FE exam that you see, they may end up with a saying, or they may end up with a word called choose the answer to the nearest value, or they may ask you to find out the answer to the approximate value. So if you understand the concept like finding the distance and finding the slope, then these concepts you may apply in a problem like this. So they may not ask you a straight question like this, just find the distance in between 2 points, but finding the distance in between 2 points may benefit you to solve another problem. Okay, like this, in this way. And now, so here comes some actual questions that are related to analytic geometry. What is the equation of a line that is passing through the given points x1 comma 2 and y7 comma 6? So I will give you 2 to 3 solutions for this question. So any one of you can let me know the answer without solving the question. Some of you can.
Y is equals to x plus b y plus c.
You said what?
I should be, I think, x plus y minus 3.
X plus y minus 3. Okay. How? How do you think so? Why do you think so?
No, not.
I think it's for option A.
Option A. So what is the pattern that you did?
Substituted x and y values in that equation.
Yes. So any line equation or any curve equation, if they give you any curve equation, so like here in this particular equation C, what they gave is 4x minus 5y plus 6 equal to 0. What we are doing is we are substituting the points x, which is 1 comma 2, and y, which is 7 comma 6.
it should become 0.
It
Okay.
should satisfy the equation. So it should satisfy the equation. Yeah, you're right. So it's going to be here 4 into 1 minus 5 into 2 plus 6. What it is? 4 plus 6 is 10 and minus 10 is 0. So this is getting satisfied. And the second equation, 4 times 7 minus 5 times 6 plus 6. So 28, 4 7 is 28 plus 6. 34 minus 30. This is 4, right? So option 1 is not satisfying. Option A is not satisfying. Then what is the answer? This is not satisfying. You got the answer as 4. It is supposed to be 0.
D. Option D.
Option D, let's see if it satisfies. So here it is 2 into 1. We are substituting the x coordinate within the given equation. 2 into 1 minus 3 into 2 plus 4. What it is? 2 plus 4 is 6. Minus 6 is equal to 0. And the second one. 2 into 7 minus 3 into 6 plus 4. Which is 2 7s are 14. 14 plus 4, 18 minus 18. So out of all the equations that we got, D is the only equation which is satisfying both the points. It means that D is only line that is passing through given both the points, which is x1, 2 and y7, 6. Are we good? So this is one way of solving the problem. So just substitute the given points within the given equation. If any line that is passing through the given points, then the line has to satisfy that equation. The point has to satisfy that equation. Okay. Now let us see the regular way how we solve this particular question. So when 2 points are given, which is x1, 2 and y 7, 6, what is the formula that we use here? 2-point formula. You can check in the handbook. M equal to
x2 minus x1 by y2
x2 minus
y by x.
yeah y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. So here y2 is 6 and your y1 is 2. The important thing here is if you're taking y2 from y, then you got to take x2 from y itself. So your x2 is going to be 7 and x1 is 1. So your x2 is 7 and your x1 is 1. Now what's your slope here? It's going to be 4 by 6. Am I correct?
Yeah,
Correct me
0.6.
if I'm wrong. Yeah, 4 by 6, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be m equal to 2 by 3. Now you got m equal to 2 by 3. And you got 2 points, which is x equal to 1, 2 and y equal to 7, 6. So you got a slope and you can take any of the points. You can either take 1, 2 and you can take either 7, 6. Which one you want to take? 1, 2 or 7, 6?
1, 2.
Okay, let's log with 1, 2. Okay. Now what you got is you got a point which is 1, 2 and you got a slope which is m equal to 2 by 3. Now what is the point slope formula?
Y minus y1 by equal to m into x minus x.
Okay, y minus y1 equal to m into x minus x1. So for this particular point, your x1, y1 is equal to 1, 2. Now, what is y1 from this point? X point.
2. 2.
2. What is m value?
2 by 3.
2 by 3. And what is x1 value?
1.
1. Now, what it will be? 3y minus 6 is equal to 2x minus 2, which is now getting 3y minus 6 to the right hand side. So it is 2x minus 3y
plus
minus
plus
2 plus 6 equal to 0. So which is 2x minus 3y plus 4. So D is the answer, correct? Similarly, in the place of 1, 2, if you take 7, 6, it should be the same answer. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So shall we try that?
Yep.
So it's going to be y minus your y1 is 6 and slope is 2 by 3 x minus x1 which is 7. So it's going to be 3y minus 3 6 are 18 is equal to 2x
2x
minus
minus 14
14. So it's going to be again 2x minus 3y
plus 4.
minus 14 plus 18 is equal to 0. So rewrite it. 0 equal to 2x minus 3y plus 4. So what you understand here is you can pick any point 1 comma 2 or 7 comma 6. Once if you got slope of the line and any point that is passing through, you will get equation of that line. Okay, if we speak about concept, so this is slope of the line and it is passing through multiple points x, y, z, m, b, a, c. So you got slope of that particular line. Okay, and if you know any point that is passing through, you will be able to identify the equation of that particular line. Okay, so you need not to know all the points that is passing through. Just one point is enough and one slope is enough for you to calculate the equation of a line. But if you're trying to understand this actual concept behind everything, then it gonna consume too much of a time. What I'm trying to inject in your minds is that try to understand what is given in the question, and if you are able to solve the question at the earliest possible time, it's gonna save you too much time for the next question. If not, go with the formula like this. Okay, are we good on this question?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine. And tomorrow let's see some other variations within the problems. It's been a while that I took class for you. I somehow understand that the class is little dry today, but from tomorrow I'll make it more effective and in a more reciprocative way. So do you have any questions for the day?
No, sir, it was good enough.
All right, we'll see you in let's meet in tomorrow's session.